Hi there, I'm your brother Apostle Dr. Anino. So how are you doing? I hope you are boiling in grace and I hope your week is going fine. Now, today I want us to have a little discourse on strategic response to drought. Drought is something that if you have stayed a little longer on this earth, you know that it comes every now and then. Sometimes we might have general drought. Sometimes we might have personal drought. In general drought, you check the society, everybody's crying. Things are generally tough. And sometimes you have personal drought. You know that this kind of challenges I'm having is beyond what every other person is going through. Now, if such is your case, I want you to first of all understand that it is not the perfect will of God for your life. All right. And if such is your case, I want to tell you that there are kingdom strategies, kingdom response to droughts. There are kingdom ways to dealing with drought. You know, you don't just wait that and say that this thing is going to be over on its own. There are steps that you need to take to deal with drought. And number one is faith, obedience of faith. You must learn how to react to God when God is talking to you. The Bible told us about Isaac. There was a drought, there was famine in the time of Isaac, and Isaac wanted to take some steps, but it is not in line with the rhema that God is giving to him at that time, the instructions and the guidance that God was giving to him. You know, as at that time, it was not unique. The guidance of the Lord was not unique. In fact, to me personally, I would have tagged it wrong decision, because people are going, a lot of things, people will have to move to a better place. But God said to him, don't bother. All right. And also, even in that time, God said to him, invest. I'm going to do wonders. You see, it doesn't tarry with human reasoning. You know, there was a famine, and God said to him, sow. He was a farmer, and God said to him, sow in the same land. And it doesn't make sense. I don't know what caused the famine. Maybe there was no rain or whatever as it's supposed to be, or I can't tell. But then he obeyed God and sowed in that land. And the Bible said that the harvest was wonderful and perfect. So obedience of faith to God. As a believer, in any time of drought, you have to know what God is saying and react to it in faith. You know, react to it, even if it's investment or seed sowing you are doing. Understand how to do it in faith. Obey God in faith. Now, number two, connecting with divine instruction. Number two, reconnecting with divine instructions. Oftentimes, one of the reasons for drought is disobedience to God. When God gives you an instruction on what to do, you want to do you want to do what you think that is right. The Bible have already said it, that there's a way that seemeth right unto a man, but the end is full of destructions. So reconnection to divine instructions, you know, if God has given instruction in the past. In fact, oftentimes in the life of believers, drought is being caused by disobedience to divine instructions. People doing things their own way, the way they thought is okay. You know, that is sometimes, and you have to know that as a child of God, God will always find a way to reconnect you back to Him. So if there's a word from the Lord concerning your life, you disobey. Now, it's not as if God will go and block your way, but God knows the place of your profiting. He's guiding. I cannot be flying in the air and I'll tell the pilot, give me where I want to do my own thing. I want to do my own thing. If assuming I'm the owner of the plane and the rest of them, let's just assume that for any reason the pilot allowed me to cruise the plane. He's not going to cost me, but obviously I'm not going to get it right, because especially when I don't have the skills, I've not known how to apply things in that plane. I'm going to miss it. So when God gives you instructions and you did not follow it, you're going to mix the place of your profiting. I often say to people, God can bless us anywhere, but God is not in the business of blessing us anywhere. God is in the business of blessing us in the place. God will always say the place is important. So you have to reconnect to divine instruction. Ask yourself, what are the instructions that God has given to me in the past? What was that God told me to do that I did not do? You have to find a way to reconnect to divine instructions. Number three, you have to be covenant conscious. We are people of covenant. The Bible said in the time of drought that will not feel it, will not even know there is a drought. You have to hold God by that covenant. Have to live in the consciousness that when men shall say there's a casting down, I will arise and say there's a lifting up for me. Sometimes we are caught up in the confession, the negative confession that is flying around us. If to an extent that we forget that we are people of covenant. You have forgotten that you're a person of covenant. I forgot that you have covenant with Jehovah Jireh. He said, you shall be like a tree planted by the rivers of water, whose leaf shall not wither. You are supposed to bring fruit in season and out of season. You have to walk in the consciousness of this covenant and then let it sink in. Confess it day and night. I cannot suffer what every other person suffers. My case is different. God is doing it for me. You have to live in the consciousness of your covenant. Response to drought is diligence and hard work. The Bible said a slothful hand will suffer want, but the hand of the diligent will have a lot. My brother, in the time like this, you have to be diligent. Diligent and work hard. Work hard, diligent, work smart, be diligent. In the morning, be diligent. Don't say things are not working. You don't know the step that will actually bring the result. So you have to wake up every morning, be energetic, go out into the field, do your best, and allow God to do the rest. You have to be diligent. You have to work hard. Not only that you are working hard, be diligent. Let your strength, let your energy always be the same. And see what God can do for you. God bless you, child of God. See you at the next time we continue from where we stop. See you at the top. You are blessed. I remember your brother, Apostle Dr. Anin said.